Welcome, everyone, to Final Battle 0 Hour. It's Ian Riccaboni, Caprice Coleman, and here tonight, a Texas-sized Final Battle here tonight, Caprice.
This is going to be one of the most exciting nights of the year. We built up all year for Final Battle, and it's finally here. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get the star started.
We have a huge double main event coming your way here tonight, including a history-making main event. But we will see a six-man tag team bout. It's Blackpool Combat Club taking on Mark Briscoe and FTR. It is a fight to honor Jay Briscoe.
I tell you what, Jay Briscoe has main evented so many Final Battles, the Briscoe brothers, and now they're putting it all together. People that respect the Briscoe brothers are going to tear the house down tonight.
We have a huge grudge match, an I Quit match between Tony Nese and Ethan Page. It's gotten personal, and Nese and Page, the loser, must say I quit.
I don't think anybody wants to quit in that one.
And speaking of quitting, there's no quit in either of these two men.
Oh,
a battle 10 years in the making. The longtime friends Keith Lee, Shane Taylor, one-on-one for the first time.
It's time for Keith Lee to put his money where his mouth is. Shane Taylor finally gets a chance to do it.
Triple A on mega title match. Black Taurus makes his ROH debut against El Heel Davey Kingo. We will also see this huge bout for the ROH six-man titles. Shane Hayes getting the pin on Gates of Agony in Japan. TMDK challenging Brian Cage in the Gates of Agony, Caprice.
They're in their hometown now, and we have the pure title on the line as our champion, Willie Uterus, going against 50-time Lawler. 50-time Lawler, UFC, MMA, Judas Van Strong, so many championships, and now he's getting a chance to be pure champion.
Six-man of an opportunity to make history with the World Television title on the line. The survival of the fittest, single elimination final here tonight. One of these six men, and the six men we will decide on this 0 hour will go on and be the ROH World Television Champion.
Oh my God, and we're talking about one of the main events. This is the second time in a row the women are main event and Final Battle, and we have our women's world champion, Athena, going against her protege and the monster that she created, Billy Starks.
And fans, let's take a look at how this historic main event came into view right here at Final Battle.
Shit!
They say it gets lonely at the top of the mountain.
We got a new champion! Gold around the waist of the fallen goddess.
I don't care about anyone I'm in the ring with. I beat them bloody, I beat them broken. That's just what I do.
Athena has become the most dominant women's champion in Ring of Honor history and among the most dominant champions we've ever seen in this company.
She has held the title longer, defended it more time than any other competitor.
The only person I care about is me and my ROH Women's World Championship.
Athena's racked up a nearly 40-win streak in single competition. Along the way, she met 18-year-old Billy Starks.
I came here looking for a friend, looking for a mentor, and I got attached to Athena pretty quickly.
Minion Training is a program that I designed for minion empowerment.
MIT was a place I thought I was going to learn.
Billy still sucks.
It wasn't what MIT was supposed to be.
I saw someone that was weak, defenseless, and pathetic. Show me you're violent.
You never gave me a voice.
I lead, you follow!
And now I have a voice.
This power to Billy Stark that we never thought we would see.
And this voice is telling you...
Our 2023 valedictorian, Lexi Nair!
Your forever run is over.
Yes! Billy Stark, stand up for yourself!
You taught me to always run towards a fight.
Show me your anger.
I'm running after this championship.
And if you beat me,
This is the monster that Athena has created.
I'll leave Ring of Honor forever.
History-making main event here tonight at Final Battle. Athena, 43 wins in a row in single competition, takes on her former protege, Billy Starks, and fans. The only way you can watch this historic event is on WatchROH.com. Ring of Honor, Honor Club.
Man, if you have Honor Club, you can watch it already. But if you don't have Honor Club, you better sign up to watch this pay-per-view.
But let's waste no time. Our action starts here at 0 hour now. A great bout signed for 0 hour here.
This match is set for one fall, a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, wrestling out of Orlando, Florida, Jasmine Allure.
You know, we talk about the great young athletes we see each and every week on Honor Club. Caprice, Jasmine Allure fitting into that mold, making her Ring of Honor debut here tonight.
How awesome is it to make your debut on Final Battle 0 Honor like that? You gotta show off.
I'll tell you what, Jasmine Allure has all the tools. This young competitor, nicknamed the Top Tier and Gen Z. That's a clever nickname there. She has a tall test ahead of her here tonight against a woman who made her ROH debut just earlier this week, last night on Honor Club.
Recorded, becoming by Johnny TV. Wrestling out of Victoria, British Columbia, Taya Valkyrie.
Ring about it, we need to get matching fur coat. Well, we gotta get matching fur coat.
We did our best here tonight. We know that Women's Championship is our main event. Blackpool Combat Club against them top guys. We know these huge matches. We tried to match, but we ain't half as slick. We don't got half the drip.
I don't even know what kind of animal that is.
Oh my goodness, I don't know.
A liger.
A liger?
I don't know.
No, he's still alive. It's Taya Valkyrie making her way to the ring, accompanied by Johnny TV, who recently made his Ring of Honor debut. Fans, if you're not watching week to week the happenings in Ring of Honor, man, I'll tell you what, this has become the place to be. These top-tier stars and talent coming your way here in ROH.
I tell you what, they continue to come because they know the greatest competition is here. You're seeing great wrestling, you're seeing great competition, and you get to see it all in one place, and that's on Honor Club.
And I'll tell you what, here tonight, a huge night. I mean, Tom Lawler added the final battle.
The filthy one.
To face Wheeler Yuta, the former New Japan Strong champion. I'll tell you what, the matches, the six-man tag title match that was just added, as Brandon Martinez calls for the bell, Code of Honor adhered to, that starts and ends every match.
Wow.
As Valkyrie.
Normally a boot knocks you straight back, but Valkyrie kicked her so hard that she had to fall straight down.
And La Huera Loca, Taya Valkyrie, that's one of her nicknames, as she's just tossing Jasmine Allure.
Oh my God. Valkyrie's trying to make a statement, and Jasmine has nothing that she could do about it. Like, so far, this has been a straight onslaught. Oh my God.
And this is a huge opportunity for Valkyrie as well, victorious against Rachel Ellering last night on Honor Club. And here tonight, making her final battle debut.
It says so much about the competition in the women's division in Ring of Honor. Everybody wants to be on top. And we have a dominant champion, so we have dominant women trying to get, oh my God, to the top to challenge her.
43 wins in a row for Athena. That streak on the line, the title on the line in our main event. Jasmine Allure, kick to the midsection there.
There you go.
Goes up the ladder. Wow, nice forearm connects.
Kissing her fist. Come on, you ain't got time for that here. You at Final Battle 0 Hour.
Ducks the clothesline. And at the top of the hour, the wheelbarrow connects. At the top of the hour, you got to join us at watchroh.com or the Honor Club app.
Ooh! Yeah.
In the back of the head, that's the way you can join us for the great action. This is Ring of Honor's seminal event each and every year. Fans filing in. Wow! Sliding German suplex.
Taya Valkyrie has so much in her gameplay. She's also a veteran, so somebody like Jasmine coming in trying to get these taunts going, it's not going to work with somebody. Every second counts.
And let's take a look again at that beautiful sliding German suplex. Look at the way in motion, just grabbing the hips, powering Allure down.
My goodness.
Now, when you're Valkyrie, we've talked about the difference because we just got on Jasmine's case.
It's control.
Taya's in control right now.
Control. It's dominant control.
Ooh. Well, we will be seeking dominance later tonight in the I Quit match between Ethan Page, Tony Nese. That issue been percolating for the greater part of the last 2 months now. It started with Smart Mark Sterling trying to recruit Page and then costing him some giant bouts as the Meteora downstairs.
That might be enough, Riccaboni.
Hooks the leg. 2.
Wow.
2 count only.
Seeing some heart in Jasmine. Jasmine telling herself that this is not it. I have some more left in me, and Valkyrie has just enough to give her more.
Oh, look at this. The arm trapped and caught here. Jasmine.
Ooh. Right into the chest there. Straight elbow into the chest to the sternum area.
And the point of the elbow. And look at this. Upstairs with that high double wrist lock. Oh, goodness.
Valkyrie's just having her way with Jasmine here, trying to put her in a submission predicament.
And the shots to the midsection.
Now that's something that she needs. Jasmine needs that. Oh, nice forearm there. The forearms are reeling Valkyrie, but not taking her down. That super kick right on place. Valkyrie taking a knee. Come on, Jasmine, stay with it. To the top rope. No! It's too much time right there for Valkyrie.
Ooh, and a big open hand.
Mighty. So many situations, so many things Valkyrie can do from here. She's trying that superplex, but Jasmine giving her a hard fight. Right back to the ribs.
And you're absolutely right, Capri. She can go for the superplex, but Lord goes for the ride. Deep in the heart of Texas, shades of the Sweetwater legend, Barry Windham there. And now double underhook. Whoa! And Valkyrie likes that STF. She has the legs grapevine.
Just look at the face of Jasmine. That's pain all day long.
Oh,
Here comes the stretch. Oh,
and we saw this. We've seen Valkyrie do this in the past.
Gonna stomp her face.
Oh my goodness. Valkyrie!
Josh.
Planning. Shoots the half. 2, 3.
The winner of this match, Taya Valkyrie.
And with the Ring of Honor Women's World title in the main event for the first time in Ring of Honor's seminal event, the top female talent from around the world, they're descending upon Ring of Honor. Taya Valkyrie, another statement win here.
I'll tell you what, Rick Abani, when you're calling in the best of the best and they make performances like this, there's got to be somewhere where Athena's watching in the back and seeing that the competition is continuing to rise.
And Johnny TV, a very supportive husband. What a power couple we have here in Ring of Honor. But you talk about power, you talk about struggle. That's what's at stake with these two men meeting. Keith Lee and Shane Taylor. A feud 5 years in the making, and we will see what has led to that right now.
The climb to the top is always the hardest. And then you get there and you realize it's nothing the way they told you it was gonna be. Shane T has been on a mission to silence every critic. And who stands in my way? It's you, Keith.
Let us talk. I've known you since 2014.
Shane Taylor and Keith Lee as the Pretty Boy Killers are one of the most dominant tag teams in Ring of Honor history.
But you seem to have a beat out for me.
This bitch decided to jump ship. I stayed in Ring of Honor. As a matter of fact, if it wasn't for Shane Taylor, there would have been no Ring of Honor for AEW to buy. This is more than just a match between the two of us. It's the will to win versus the entitled and the arrogant.
No, Shane Taylor. I have earned every single thing that I have achieved, and I will continue to earn because I'm him.
Final battle this year, I knock you off your pedestal, and I prove beyond a shadow of a doubt why I am your limit.
Two men on the rise to the top, Keith Lee, Shane Taylor. And I'll tell you what, there's going to be a winner, and it will be the first time since they're dissolved in 5 years that they will meet one-on-one. We will also see a gigantic AAA Mega Championship bout. Black Taurus making his Ring of Honor debut, challenging El Hijo del Vikingo, but Caprice, that's not it. Yeah. We have an I Quit match. Smart Mark Sterling, the ambulance chaser. He's going to be handcuffed to ringside as Tony Nese and Ethan Page try to make one another quit. And fans, neither man will go down easy, I guarantee you that.
Being the premier athlete, I felt I had a duty, and we offered our help to Ethan Page.
You should be out there participating in my group training.
Tony Nese, you wasted every opportunity that you stole from me and threw it all away against Samoa Joe.
This match didn't happen. I am licensed to be at ringside for my clients.
You're gonna get your rubber match against me. And Mark, you're gonna be handcuffed to the post.
It's been requested that this match be conducted as an I Quit match.
Ethan Page didn't like the idea of us offering him help because we pointed out that he's been a quitter his entire life.
You made a comment about my body. I was elite with any body that I've ever had in my entire career.
At Final Battle, I'm gonna prove once a quitter, always a quitter.
When you say I quit at Final Battle, you're quitting all of it. And I prove a point. You can get shit done and still do it the right way.
Going to be a heck of a war between those two individuals, friends turned enemies. One man will say, I quit. The only way to watch it here tonight is by joining us on WatchROH.com, exclusively on Ring of Honor's Honor Club. But Caprice, before we get there, a lot of action here tonight on 0 Hour, including this tag team bout.
Man, we get to see the Von Erichs while we're in Texas. I grew up watching world-class championship wrestling, and to see the Von Erichs here, my God, this is awesome.
Going to be a heck of a night. Their ROH debut coming your way.
This tag team match is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Team number one wrestling out of Dayton County, Texas, Marshall and Ross, the Von Erichs.
And Marshall in the black. With yellow trim, there you see Ross. A hometown hero's reception and a huge night for the Caprice because not only is it the Ring of Honor debut, but tonight you can see the Von Erichs as well on AEW Rampage, teaming with Orange Cassidy in what will be a heck of a bout. And that's what TiVo's made for, DVR's made for, right?
Absolutely, man. You can see all of that. The DVR's going to be busy tonight because the battle's going to be crazy.
Their opponents at a combined weight of 457 pounds, Turbo Floyd and Truth Magnum, the Outrunners.
I'll tell you what, this team calls themselves the youngest men alive. They even got it on their graphic now, Caprice. I have some doubts about that. Do you see Truth Magnum on the left, Turbo Floyd? There you see. I mean, I'm not accusing them of any, it's almost like they took the reverse of anti-aging, well, if that's the case. But you see this team who's a throwback team, Turbo Floyd, Truth Magnum, taking the best of all worlds. You know, there's the old phrase, if you copy from one person, it's plagiarism. If you copy from a lot of people, it's research.
It's unique. You made it. You know what? We need to get fur jackets and shades like the Outrunners. That's what we missing. That's what we missing.
Maybe we could talk to Taya and Johnny TV later. But so many influences in the Outrunners. They are one of a kind, though. As you see the Von Erichs, Marshall with blonde hair and the mustache in the black. Ross in the gray. Oh, look at that. Yeah. They code of honored themselves.
The thing about the Outrunners, though, with all of this flam they have, they're also a great tag team that's extremely technically sound. It's kind of like old school, new class, and they use it to their advantage.
Well, and we've talked about that. We've seen moves that they pulled from the mid. Ooh, look at that. Nice waistlock takedown from Ross. They've used moves from the Midnight Express's repertoire. We've seen some power moves that you might see from Hawk and Animal.
Absolutely.
And it's one thing to take one thing, but they really studied the classics and found and made a name for themselves now in Ring of Honor.
The main thing is knowing where to put it. Nice drop kick there by Ross. And Ross is well put together, man.
I'll tell you what, we'd be remiss if we didn't speak about the Iron Claw movie, getting rave reviews, including the AEW World Champion, MJF. Look at that. Whoa, Rana.
Yeah, he's
cover two.
Ross stayed with that until Truth had to go over another drop kick. Ross staying with the technique of wrestling.
And the tag made. We're going to see Marshall in here as the Irish Whip. Of course, fans here tonight. And Marshall, the bare feet.
Man, the bare feet, that's a throwback to the Von Erichs. Some of them wrestle with their shoes on them, some of them don't.
Yeah, the shades of their father, Kevin, as the Outrunners taking a breather on the outside. Fans, we need you not to take a breath. There was no hair pulled. Here tonight, we're going to see.
He did pull it at the top. I see.
Well,
pulled it out.
He didn't do that damage that's on the top of his head. Not all that hair.
That was a big pull.
That hair's been gone for a long time.
No, they're the youngest wrestlers here.
Oh. Well, fans here tonight, you don't want to miss a thing as Turbo Floyd tagged in. It's going to be a huge night. Join us, WatchROH.com. Here on the Honor Club app, we will see amazing things, including our first ever ROH Women's World Title bout. We also, we haven't even talked about the Ring of Honor televised debut of Jon Moxley here tonight on Final Bout.
Absolutely, man. The stars are coming here to pay homage. Moxley paying homage to Jay Briscoe. That's a big deal. Big Truth taking too much time here.
And Up and over goes Marshall. Kick in the midsection. Turbo in trouble here. Big time scoop and slam. And another. Yes, indeed. Elbow drop.
The height on that elbow drop from Marshall, man. He's pinning straight to the chest. Tag in, holding. They got some great continuity they're using here. Talking about the Von Erichs. I even see how they switched from the corners to throwing them off. Ooh, he flipped.
Shades of Kevin Von Erich.
Yeah, absolutely.
And look at this. And Ross gets the outrunners to clear. You saw there, and they're worried about the claw.
Yeah, saw that claw, man.
And the claw dating back to their grandfather, Fritz. That means it's over.
Man, I'll tell you what, man. When I was a kid, I used to try to put the claw on. But, man, absolutely. But that was the move. The claw in the figure four. I'm trying to tell you, man.
Oh, look at this. Here comes Ross chasing the outrunners to the outside. And he is chasing down Turbo right now.
And Turbo's pretty fast, if you think about it.
Well, that's true. And Ross. Oh, swing and a miss. Look at Ross.
Ross is ready.
Oh, goodness.
Not ready for that. That's what I mean about the outrunners. They are technically sound and they're very witty in what they do. That was a great setup in the run, and the payoff is great as well because now the outrunners are in control.
And that's shades, again, of teams like the Midnight Express, the Fantastics, but that was their own twist on it.
Yeah.
They've made that their own, and that's what makes them dangerous. You think one thing's coming and something else arrives.
That's what you're supposed to do. That's the new flair. What I mean, I say old school, new class. They've added their own to it. And right now, isolating Ross right here.
And Truth Magnum here. And Paul Turner, yeah.
He's playing with Paul Turner. Paul Turner's been in more final battles than any other referee tonight.
Tag made. And officially, Turbo Floyd in. Ooh. Elbow drop misses.
Tell you what, man. That might be just what Ross needs. Second time again, Ross going the wrong direction, though. That's why Marshall's making that noise. Anytime you see that tag team partner slapping, is letting you know where you're at. Sometimes you miss that awareness. It's the third time that Ross is out the way. Now he sees Ross. Now he sees Marshall.
And looking for the tag from Marshall. And it is Turbo. And Truth Magnum in. And look at this. Great tag team work here.
Man, whoa! Mule kick from Ross. Marshall's in, baby.
And Marshall, here we go. Look at that. Fired up. Big fist. And Marshall. Wow.
Talk about a throwback right there, man. That high back body drop.
And charging in. Big time. Clothesline. Sends Turbo Floyd down. Truth collapsed in the corner. And Marshall now sizing up Turbo.
Let's go.
Uh-oh. Oh, and Truth. Oh, no, the claw. Oh, it's Turbo grabbing the arms of Marshall. Truth charging in. Oh, no. That Von Erich monkey flip. The outrunners caught each other.
Marshall and Ross inside. They got 5 seconds to make something happen.
Now beautiful Irish whip into the corner. Turbo. And double hip toss.
Gotta watch out.
Oh! Truth set down in the midsection.
Double drop kick. Collision in place. When you bump heads, Riccaboni, man, that's... Yeah, they just reset the game right there.
Puts him on Dream Street. The claws are out. Oh, there it is.
There we go.
Von Erich claw in stereo. And that's it.
The winner of this match by submission, the Von Erich.
Tell you what, Riccaboni, when the outrunners butted heads, that was all.
Whoa!
Wait a second.
Did you see what I saw?
I'm not going to say it until we see it again.
There he is. Kevin Von Erich.
My goodness.
A hero deep in the heart of Texas. And a proud papa here tonight as the Von Erichs win the Ring of Honor debut. I'll tell you what, fans. If you like the Von Erichs here tonight, set that DVR right now. Because on Rampage, look at the Von Erichs. You can see Marshall and Ross Von Erich later tonight on Rampage. Set your DVRs right now. Don't waste any time. Orange Cassidy, the international champion, teams with the Von Erichs, taking on Daddy Magic, Cool Hand, Edge, and Jake Hager. But Caprice, look at this bout that's inside also.
Anna Jay in red velvet going one-on-one tonight. We're going to stir up there. But you know what? We got a great match coming up now.
And a six-man tag team bout that the world is abuzz about. Penta, Commander, El Hijo del Vikingo take on Top Flight and Action Andretti six-man tag team action.
That's right, Deontay is back.
And it's going to be a heck of a bout with fans. Survival of the fittest. A match in Ring of Honor's history. Very storied bout that has made careers and crowned champions. Here tonight, it'll be the first time we will crown a Ring of Honor World Television Champion.
What stands before you is the greatest Ring of Honor television champion of all time. Hunger is what defines the greats. I vacate the ROH Television Championship because the next gold on my shoulder will be the AEW World Championship.
We will crown the new Ring of Honor World Television Champion in a six-way survival of the fittest match.
5-minute punch their ticket. The sixth will be added at Final Battle.
Six hungry athletes. Single elimination.
Final battle will all change because Dalton Brahma Castle takes control.
Big shotty Lee Johnson is taking his shot.
I am what I have always said that I am, a champion. There is no one more fit to survive than the Tiger.
The television title is so important.
One of the biggest and most prestigious in professional wrestling.
Yo voy a sobrevivir. Commander, we'll be your next TV champion.
The Ring of Honor World Television Championship, I'm going to bring it back to the Don Callis family.
Six men compete to add their names on the historic list that includes Bryan Danielson, Roderick Strong, Adam Cole, and more.
This is the first time ever that we will crown a champion as the result of the survival of the fittest.
Hunger is what defines the greats.
Who survives Final Battle and becomes the new ROH World Television Champion? History will be made here tonight. The sixth and final entrant in the Survival of the Fittest final will be determined right now in our 0 hour. Brian Keith, Jack Cartwheel.
Yeah, it's that big, Rick O'Brien.
This is an ROH World TV title, Survival of the Fittest qualifier match, set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, wrestling out of Green Spring, Texas, weighing 220 pounds, the Bounty Hunter, Brian Keith.
Brian Keith making his home right here in Texas. Been a wrestler for over 10 years and kind of stayed in Texas for a long time. And then he said, you know what, I'm going to make my way out. Coming outside of Texas, he's the current DPW national champion and has championships all over North America. Now he's coming back home for his Ring of Honor debut. Here we go, the Bounty Hunter, Brian Keith.
Sometimes you have to travel the world to find what you're looking for. And when you reach home, when you get to your doorstep, that's when it finds you. Brian Keith with a gigantic opportunity here tonight.
His opponent, wrestling out of Sacramento, California, weighing 189 pounds, Jack Cartwheel.
And as advertised on cue, Jack Cartwheel making his Ring of Honor singles debut. And careers have been made through Survival of the Fittest, Caprice. We've talked about it before. 9 out of 14 winners have either been or become the Ring of Honor World Champion. Tonight will be the first time ever we crown a champion directly through the finals of the bout.
Man, they have went through so much just to get into this match, the eliminator matches to get into Survival of the Fittest. This is another match right here to qualify for it. Brian Keith with a great opportunity and Cartwheel, because the winner of this gets on the pay-per-view tonight.
Incredible opportunity. As Stephon Smith calling for the Code of Honor. 5 men already into the bout. The 6th man will be entered via victory. Bell called for. We are off. Code of honor adhered to. And I'll tell you what, this is when the nerves can rise. I think a lot of this will come down to who can keep their heart rate and breath under control here. This is a huge stage, a huge opportunity for both men.
Yeah, it's making your impact on the stage whenever you get a chance to be on there. Use contrasting style as well. Yes, I'm talking about the technically sound Brian Keith and the very athletic Jack Cartwheel.
And of course, the only way to watch the finals of the Survival of the Fittest 2023 is by joining us for Final Battle 2023. You can do so at watchroh.com or by using the Honor Club app. So we see a nice side headlock here. So much at stake. The first ever ROH Women's World Title main event at Final Battle. We will also see Blackpool Combat Club take on Mark Briscoe. Whoa, an FTR in a huge bout, a fight to honor Jay Briscoe. We see a nice side headlock here. We talked about Keith Lee, Shane Taylor. What a bout that's going to be. TMDK riding high with an opportunity to become the ROH World 6-man champ. We also have Filthy Tom Lawler making his Ring of Honor debut on pay-per-view. Look at that big leapfrog. Whoa!
Cartwheel from any direction.
Wow! And the crowd filing in nicely here. Look at that. And it is Cartwheel. Clock Jack moonsault after that. 2 count only.
If he was an action figure, he would just have his hands straight in the air and his legs spread. That's all he needs.
I love those AEW figures by Jazzwares. The ROH figures announced at San Diego Comic-Con earlier this year. Look at this, up and over. Whoa!
Man. I think Brian Keith's going to get frustrated with that. Whenever Brian Keith catches that cartwheel, it's going to inflict a lot of damage on him as much as possible to shut that down.
Well, at this point, do you think it's more?
There you go. Yeah.
Was it more
how fast he gets to him?
Hooks the leg. 2. Was it more physical or mental at that point, Caprice?
Well, it's intimidating, and it's both of them, because when you have somebody doing that much to you, it's almost embarrassing. You want to cut that off as fast as possible because they're showing you up. So you want to bring them back down, bring them down. That's why I feel right here, Brian Keith is going to inflict as much damage as he can on Jack Cartwheel.
And Brian Keith, of course, competed for a long time locally here at the Reality of Wrestling. Where, oh, goodness. And that's where his fan base began to grow. Jack Cartwheel, though. Oh! Taken down with a big kick.
You can see there with all the stuff that Jack Cartwheel has already done is already affected Brian Keith. Brian Keith, you can see by the stare that he has no intentions of slowing down.
Well, Keith, as you mentioned, has decided to push the chips all in at this point in his career, hooking the leg cover. 2. And Jack Cartwheel sneaks that shoulder out the back door there.
I'll tell you what, that kick was flush against the chest, man. It's that poise that Brian Keith has, not rushing into anything, taking his time with Jack Cartwheel, because once you have him, you have to stay with him. Oh my God, this flush hit to the back of the neck.
And the big clubbing shots to the back there. It is Keith. Oh, goodness, you saw the sweat pop off the chest of Cartwheel.
These are tremendous hard strikes. Wow!
Was that a cartwheel dragon screw?
I tell you what, man, Jack Cartwheel has found a way to make a cartwheel so dangerous in so many situations. Use it to be evasive and using it for defense and offense.
And it's Cartwheel back to his feet as Keith assisting in the turnbuckle there. Ooh. And the stakes couldn't be higher for these 2 young men. My God, to get into the Survival of the Fittest final here.
Tell you what, you're putting so much into this, and even this match here could take so much out of you. How much would you have left getting into Survival of the Fittest?
Well, I think at that point, Caprice, I think you put the pedal to the metal. You can't win it unless you're there. You got to win this one. The stakes have never been higher in Ring of Honor for either of these 2 men. Cartwheel making his singles debut. Keith making his ROH debut. Wow. Total. Big kick there. Catches Cartwheel now. Look at that.
Are you talking about?
Wow.
Flagpole to the outside of the ring. My goodness.
The poise, the precision, the leg hooked. 2 and 4.
Cartwheel landed an elbow out of that heist on the top rope.
And Keith really trying to get his breath back here. That elbow delivered.
Sometimes you can act like something didn't hurt Rick Abani, but it's in your rib cage. It affects the way you breathe and everything. Momentum! What? Cartwheel power slam?
Cover! 2 and cartwheel! Oh, cartwheel almost punched his way. Punched his ticket to the survival of the fittest final. And I've seen that Buzz Sawyer style power slam before. I've never seen Buzz Sawyer do a cartwheel while he's doing it. Oh my goodness.
Jack Cartwheel has so much offense. It's hard to prepare for somebody like
great. And great move by Keith here, who knew Cartwheel was going to try and go all the way up to the top.
He's keeping him close is what Brian Keith's trying to do. And that right there, it also gives Brian Keith time to recover, time to recuperate from the damage that's been done. And Jack Cartwheel is not ascending as fast as he should. Every second counts.
No, and he normally pops right up. You're absolutely right. Keith!
The eyes of Brian Keith.
Staring a hole. Whoa! On the shoulders. Cartwheel!
Kidding me?
Cartwheel Spicoli driver. Inside leg. 2. That could be a cartwheel. Cartwheel on the doorstep of the survival of the fittest final. Keith smartly going to the outside here. It's Cartwheel charging in. Oh, Liger heels.
You cannot get away from Jack Cartwheel. Jack Cartwheel is hitting Brian Keith on every side.
And it's absolutely the right move, the right strategy here. You gotta empty the tank. You have to let it all hang out. If you want to get to the survival of the fittest final, that's your only chance here to walk away as TV champ here tonight. Cartwheel needs to win this bout. Whoa! Wow! Cartwheel, the rotation. Keith now in trouble. Keith set up. Cartwheel going to the top. He can do just about anything he wants from here.
But this second time, he's not wasting time.
Up top. Deep breath. Whoa! Shooting star. Cartwheel's out. Oh, it's Gary. And that might have hit the off button.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whoa!
Cartwheel still got an answer for everything. Able to land on his feet after somebody moved out away from a 450. That's some. Whoa! Oh, knee. That's a knockout blow. That's a knockout blow.
The knee stuns Cartwheel. Keith. Tiger driver! Oh!
That's enough.
Cover! 2! Brian Keith is the survival of the fittest finalist.
The winner of this match is dancing to survival of the fittest on Final Battle, Brian Keith.
That reminds me of Indiana Jones.
And there you see the updated graphic. Brian Keith, the 6th and final finalist. He could walk away here tonight.
Yeah.
As the new Ring of Honor World Television Champion. He's in his hometown. He's got his hometown crowd here.
Yeah.
He's got the adrenaline of a victory.
That momentum.
And you know what? In this match, it's single elimination. If he can time things right, he can get some extra press on the outside. He can find his way to let the other wrestlers duke it out. I'm a Brian Keith believer right now.
There's nothing wrong with being a Brian Keith believer. He's made everybody in this arena believe tonight. Brian Keith could be the new television champion.
And it will be one of these 6 men. You see for sure Brian Keith, arguably, with the immediate and most pressing momentum. Keith, your winner here tonight, fans. Huge 6-man match here tonight to honor the life and legacy of the great Jay Briscoe, a Ring of Honor Hall of Famer. It will be Jon Moxley's Ring of Honor television debut. The return to Ring of Honor after 15 years for Bryan Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli against FTR and Mark Briscoe. It will be a heartfelt affair, but it will be violent.
Last year, Final Battle 2022 was Jay Briscoe's last match in Ring of Honor. The greatest dog collar match in professional wrestling history. So I've got a challenge to make in honor of Jay. Somebody that we all loved. How about this? The BCC against FTR and Mark Briscoe. And we'll bring the fight. Just like Jay would have wanted.
And a challenge made for Final Battle, Blackpool Combat Club, FTR Mark Briscoe.
In Dallas, Texas, Friday night, it ain't gonna be no handshakes, ain't gonna be no hugs, no crying. Because I'm coming Friday night. So is Cash, so is Mark. I know them. I know them like the back of my hand. Damn it, we are blood brothers. Honor and Jay, man, fight. And so now, yes, I will fight for Jay, okay? I will fight for Jay's honor. Friday night, I'll give you the damnedest fight you ever had. Them top guys. Out.
time, please welcome Ring of Honor owner and the chairman of the board of directors, Tony Khan.
Thank you. It is so great to be back here where it started for me with ROH, back here with all of you. Thank you. Tonight's a special night for many reasons. It was here in Dallas and in this arena, specifically in Garland, that the greatest trilogy in tag team wrestling history began, and that's FTR versus the Briscoes. It was also at Final Battle 20 years ago where Jay Briscoe and Bryan Danielson tore it up. And it was at Final Battle 1 year ago in Arlington, nearby, here in Dallas Metroplex, where Jay Briscoe wrestled his last ever ROH match. And it's a very special place to be, and I wanted to thank all of you for being here with us tonight. We built a great tradition of ROH in Dallas, thanks to all of you. We have some of the best pro wrestlers in the world coming tonight. You're not going to want to miss this show tonight. And to wrap up the 0 hour tonight, we're going to have some more great action with two of the best wrestlers in the entire world right now. Thank you very much, Dallas.
Whoa!
Shield. This match is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, wrestling out of Buffalo, New York, weighing 187 pounds, Daniel Garcia.
Can you do that, Riccaboni? I wish I could. I wish my hips would let me. Daniel Garcia. You see Daniel Garcia going back to the long pants. We saw him against Bryan Danielson on Rampage a few weeks ago, vacillating between wrestler, between sports entertainer. What we know for sure is that tomorrow on Collision, Daniel Garcia will go one-on-one against the Ring of Honor and New Japan Strong Openweight champion Eddie Kingston. Garcia, mathematically still viable in the block. However, he needs to win out. Tonight would be a great start. Who's he going to... Oh, okay.
His opponent, wrestling out of Jackson, Tennessee, weighing 180 pounds, All Heart Blake Christian.
And All Heart Blake Christian. We heard the chairman of the board, the CEO, the owner, Tony Khan, talk about the roots Ring of Honor has grown here in Texas since his acquisition of the company. Blake Christian has been a big part of that, being a part of the events, I believe all of the events here in Texas, and really helping establish himself in Ring of Honor, also doing so in New Japan Strong as well.
I'll tell you what, Blake Christian is making his rounds wherever he can, and wherever he goes, he makes a huge impact. He is truly all heart.
And the Code of Honor adhered to right now. Mike Posey calling for the bell. Such great action here tonight. Final battle, the biggest event of the calendar year for Ring of Honor. You can join us by joining WatchROH.com. Viewing on the Honor Club app. So many great ways to do it. I know my family back in Allentown is watching. They're pushing it to Google Chrome. They're watching it right on the big screen TV there.
It's like you not only get Final Battle, but you get access to over 2,500 hours of Ring of Honor history.
Oh, look at this. Great.
The collar and elbow tie-up right there. Nobody letting go. Trying to establish dominance.
And Garcia trying to get his footing back in the wrestling style. He will have to go to that well tomorrow night on Collision against Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston, who has put...
Watch this, watch this.
A clean break.
That clean break is showing you I could have done something, but I didn't. I'm going to wrestle clean. And it's up to Blake Christian whether he thinks the rest of this match is going to go that way.
Well, Blake Christian has shown that he is not afraid to grapple like this. Nice collar and elbow. You see Garcia getting the low ground, trying to push with the legs. He does successfully into the corner here. And now these forearms, the point of those forearms driving into the nose and bridge of the nose there.
That's moving the aggression up. Look at this. Oh. Now look, Garcia let Blake out. Blake did not let Garcia out without doing the cheap shot. So now Garcia has to turn it up.
Well, we've seen Garcia, the wars he's had for the Ring of Honor Pure title. That will be on the line here tonight. Wheeler Yuta, three-time champion, only three-time champion ever, will defend against former New Japan Strong Openweight champion. Filthy top baller, big shoulder tackle. They Christian back up, set back down.
Christian saying, don't take it easy on me. I want every bit of it.
Nice drop down, roll through Garcia here, charging in, leapfrog and a beauty. Beautiful. Oh, caught! Yeah, Garcia. Wow. Twisting roll up. Two count only. Swing and a miss. Irish whip into the ropes, ducks the clothesline there. Blake Christian. Oh, wow. Ooh.
That elbow flush to the jaw. Cuts off Blake Christian. You can see the confidence exuding
Action
from Garcia.
Action moving so fast, Caprice. I'm having a tough time keeping up. How do you think we're going to keep up tonight with the AAA Mega Championship? Elio Del Vikingo against Black Taurus.
I got a seatbelt in my chair. You want one?
Well, I mean, think about the matches you're getting for free. If you're getting this for free, if you're getting Blake Christian versus Danny Garcia for free, what do you think we got on the other side if you join us on WatchROH.com on Honor Club?
Walk up to the other side. Oh, goodness. Butterfly suplex.
Beautiful lateral press, two. That's a great cover from Garcia there.
That shows that Garcia respects Blake Christian a lot. Those full press covers are letting you know, hey, I'm in this, but I'm also trying to end it every opportunity I get. And then when you do that full press, the energy that Blake Christian has to use to get out of that also wears Blake Christian down. Oh, goodness. Blake Christian trying to show this heart, standing up for that chop, but did not have enough to stay up.
And it's Garcia. Christian. Ooh. And Garcia.
Who's stomping. This is the heart. Look at Blake Christian. Continuing to ask for it.
Oh, and much like Garcia, we'll see tomorrow on Collision against Eddie Kingston. Look at that. Christian, wow. Popping up. And Kingston putting those titles in the pot for the Continental Classic. Ring of Honor and New Japan Strong titles. Both of these big contenders over the years. This will go a long way to establishing a pecking order moving forward. Oh, handspring. Wheelbarrow. Caught. Look at this. Wow, what a trap. Spike shot.
Wow. So many misdirections in such short amount of time. It's hard to prepare for any of that because when you're trying to get out of one move and Garcia's trying to get out of one, two, another one's already in place. It's like puzzle wrestling.
And a beautiful exchange there. You're absolutely right, Caprice. And it was Christian who thought just far enough ahead. And now trapping the right arm, wrenching the left.
Riccaboni, this is the human game of chess. And if you can stay 4 moves ahead, you can win matches really fast.
And Garcia now, it's Christian who smartly has Garcia focused on the ankle, but gave a little too much there. Garcia able to lock in the ankle lock.
Yeah, Christian was trying to do a body wrap there to try to lock his ankles around the body, and Garcia got it beforehand. Now Garcia back up to his feet.
And a snapmare takeover.
Wow! God, you see the velocity on that drop kick.
Right to the vertebrae of the neck, the head snapping.
Yeah.
Of Daniel Garcia. As Christian stalking Garcia now, kicked in the midsection. Ooh. Oh, God, oh, that knee.
Ooh,
that knee.
Right to the face.
Oh, my goodness. And Garcia.
He's covering hard, yeah.
Oh, he.
That was a blunt kick to the face.
And Posey has to make a decision here. Garcia, is he able to answer the referee's count here? And Christian just taunting him. This is the darker side of Blake Christian that we've seen over the last couple of weeks in his competition throughout the United States and the world. Ooh, and now just pawing at Garcia.
Yeah. But Garcia, the heart of Garcia, still trying to get to his feet. Right. Well,
oh, and
you see, yeah,
and his shoulders are going a little limp. He's having trouble.
Yeah, the coordination is not there, Riccaboni.
Off the ropes.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Goodness.
His feeding, the foot positioning, and all of that is lost. He could be dazed. Yep.
Garcia's rocked.
Yep. Crossing of the feet, can't stand up straight.
Ah.
Oh. My goodness.
And Posey heading into tomorrow night against Eddie Kingston. Posey's got to make a decision here.
You see how Posey is right on. He's right on Garcia, making sure Garcia doesn't inflict any more damage.
Oh, look at this.
Wait a second.
Garcia.
Wait a second.
Garcia. this. Big right hands. Swing and a miss. Garcia. Open palms.
My God. Right to the chin area. Garcia has turned on to another level, and Blake Christian can only receive the foot.
Now Garcia. Oh, in a corner. Face wash. And whoa! Butterfly suplex into the corner. Garcia hooks the leg. Two count only.
I tell you, Garcia is one of the few people that with anger, he can turn up the intention of wrestling. Some people with anger, they start fighting. Garcia gets angry and starts wrestling. He wants to know whether he's an entertainer or a wrestler. He's a wrestler because in times of survival, he wrestles and doesn't fight.
And now perching Blake Christian up top. Grabbing the hair of Christian. Christian with nowhere to go here. Oh, goodness. Wow. And in a tree of woe here, Garcia's trying to undo himself, trying to
get that calf down.
Oh, Garcia.
Oh! I tell you, it's nothing worse than seeing somebody come at you with that much speed. There's nothing you can do about it.
And shades of a budding arch rival in Katsuyori Shibata with that big stalling truck kick. And Garcia here. Looking to end things against Blake Christian.
Blake Christian putting the brakes on, sinking that body weight. There you go.
Up and over. Wait a minute, roll through here. Two. Garcia gets two. Back up to their feet. Garcia charging in on Christian. Christian up the ladder with a big kick. And it is Christian. Oh! Big backbreaker. And Christian sends Garcia down to the mat. Whoa!
Blake Christian has so much in his arsenal. Going up now, you can see Garcia still trying to get to his feet.
And no one home. Garcia, swing and a miss. It's Christian. Backbreaker again.
Right back.
And going up the ladder on that neck to Caprice.
The vertebrae, Riccaboni.
Credit to Christian. He's got a game plan. He's honed in on it. And he is absolutely in control. Oh, my goodness.
Back of the head, you can see the damage that was already caused there. Garcia.
Christian. Blake Christian on the doorstep here. And what a win that would be for Christian, who has continuously been in contention for the Ring of Honor television title, for the Pure title, for the New Japan Strong Openweight title. If he can defeat Daniel Garcia, who still remains viable in the Continental Classic, who has to win out, he could put himself, as in Christian, could put himself right in that conversation to whoever wins that tournament.
Blake Christian is a problem, man. He's the type of person who gets an opportunity to wrestle a match. Doesn't matter where it is, he's going to make the best of it. And you better not take
look at this. Cover. Two. That body-to-body cover. Great job there by Garcia. Oh. And Christian.
Another shot to the head.
Oh, that point of the boot. Whoa, pump kick. Garcia. Super kick from Christian. Open hands. Wow. Garcia! Cyto suplex!
Christian back to his feet!
Oh! What a maneuver! Cover! 2-0! That running Spanish fly! In the way that only Blake Christian can connect with, using the side of the hips for that momentum, Caprice.
It's that momentum that he tried to keep going. Just listen.
And we're going to take a look, watch the momentum, the hips powering through Christian. And driving the hips of Garcia down to the mat.
Man, Garcia was not going at the beginning, and Christian grabbed the head to make sure he go, added more velocity to it. And you can see Garcia still grabbing his head from the impact. And Garcia grabbing his head is a big deal because of the impact that he caught earlier with that foot to the face, Riccaboni.
Certainly is. And Christian loves that springboard 450. Will we see it?
Oh, my God.
Wait a minute. Caught the leg. Caught the leg. And look at this.
Deep.
Wrench it back.
Center of the ring. Nowhere to go.
Garcia with the submission. Great counter.
Christian has the choice. And do I stay in or do I tap?
That S-grip's locked in tight, Caprice.
Transition in play.
Oh, into the ankle lock. Ankle lock here. Garcia to Christian. Christian in trouble. And this ankle lock would ground Christian, that's for sure. Oh, out through the ropes, out to the outside here.
The damage is done.
And Christian firing on all cylinders. The false Barry Flop holds on. Oh, goodness.
I have no idea how Christian was still able to pay that off with how much damage is done to his leg. That's how you know adrenaline is flowing right now, Riccaboni.
It is pumping, and he may look forward once again. Christian may look for that springboard for 50.
That's enough.
Hooks the leg, 2, 3.
This is showing how much of a big deal these matches are here with Final Battle, with Ring of Honor at 0 hour. And if you're getting these type of matches at 0 hour,
right,
just imagine.
Imagine when we hit the top of the hour. You need to join us on WatchROH.com on Honor Club. And look at Christian just taunting Garcia. If this match, oh, wait a minute. Garcia, the trap, stepping through. Look at this, Dragon Tamer.
That's dead center and nowhere to go.
Oh, he's got a wrench in here. He's got a wrench. Oh, the neck. He's got a work. Oh, there it is. And that's it.
The winner of this match by submission, Daniel Garcia.
And Daniel Garcia, who looked like he was in major trouble, Caprice the neck, able to pull things out with the Dragon Tamer. And what a win for Garcia as he heads into Continental Classic tomorrow night against Eddie Kingston. But fans, right now, we're going to head backstage. I'm being told we have a special announcement. We're gonna stay here. Daniel Garcia, and this one got rough. This one got violent.
Yeah.
And the code of honor adhered to 2 young men that could lead Ring of Honor into the future, Caprice.
This is what happens when you realize this guy gave me all I asked for and more. I can take this win and walk off, or I can let him know, don't quit, you got a great thing going.
All right, fans, right now we're going to go backstage with Tony Khan, the owner, general manager, and CEO of Ring of Honor, standing by.
Welcome to ROH Final Battle. We have some of the best pro wrestlers on the planet here tonight, and they're going to be fighting with...
Yeah, you do. You do have the best wrestlers in the world in this company. You're right. But I'm the world champion. Why ain't I booked on the show, Tone?
Well, you've got a huge match tomorrow night in the Continental Classic. You're wrestling Daniel Garcia in the Continental Classic on TNT tomorrow on Collision.
Yeah, I don't care, though. I want to fight tonight, Tony. I want to fight tonight.
Yo, Eddie. Good news for you. Good news for you. The Workhorsemen, we've been on a roll here, right? We've been winning matches. We've been doing our thing. Turns out I'm available, and I want to fight, and I'll fight you.
All right, no doubt. No doubt. Proving ground match, bro. Proving ground match.
Grounds. Let's do it tonight.
Let's do it tonight, man. All right, I'll see you then. Bet. Say what?
Sounds like a great match, and if Eddie Kingston is willing to fight tonight ahead of his huge match in the Continental Classic tomorrow night, I am willing to sanction that match. So later tonight, here at ROH Final Battle, it will be a proving ground match. Eddie Kingston versus Anthony Henry. If Anthony Henry can last 10 minutes or win the match, he will earn a shot at the winner of the Continental Classic.
Wow, this night keeps getting bigger and better, and it will all cap off with the main event. For the first time ever, the ROH Women's World title will be in the main event of Final Battle. Athena defends against her protege, Billy Starks. And wow, what a 6-month roller coaster these 2 women have been on, Caprice.
Talking about a roller coaster, there's no roller coaster like the roller coaster Ethan Page has been on. This roller coaster has made Ethan Page transform his body. And right now, he gets an I Quit match with his former best friend, Tony Nese. And Mark Sterling can do nothing about it because Mark Sterling is going to be handcuffed.
And just added to the Final Battle card, Eddie Kingston, the Ring of Honor World Champion. Those titles in the pool for the winner of the Continental Classic goes one-on-one against Anthony Henry in a proving ground bout. If Henry can last the time limit or emerge victorious, he gets a shot at the winner of the Continental Classic.
Tell you what, former tag team partners, the Pretty Boy Pitbulls, these guys together were unstoppable. But then Keith Lee got an opportunity to go to higher ground. Shane Taylor felt like he was left behind, but Shane Taylor's back.
AAA Mega Championship on the line. Black Taurus makes his ROH debut, challenging El Hijo del Vikingo. That will kick things off on the other side.
Speaking of the other side, in Japan, the Mogul Embassy came in and made a huge impact, but TMDK said, no, you didn't beat me.
And we will see the Pure Championship on the line. Wheeler Yuta, the only 3-time champ, will defend against Filthy Tom Lawler, making his Ring of Honor debut.
For the very first time, the television title will be decided for survival of the fittest. Who will be the champion?
And Bryan Danielson, after 15 years, makes his return to Ring of Honor. Mox, Claudio, FTR, and Mark Briscoe. We'll see you on the other side here at Final Battle.
now, Ring of Honor Wrestling presents Final Battle.
Welcome, everyone, to Ring of Honor's Final Battle, the penultimate night on the Ring of Honor calendar each and every year. It's our pleasure. It's Ian Riccaboni, Caprice Coleman. We want to thank you for joining us here tonight, live here on Honor Club at Caprice. This is a special night each and every year, but we thank you for joining us. A huge night of action, including, for the first time ever, the Ring of Honor Women's World Title in the main event.
Absolutely, and we have a six-man honor for Jay. We have